I'm not going to say the last video didn't count, but let's just make this another good one. So I am going to be slowly adding things, basically, as we get Herald 7th Curse. And we'll do Kochi, but why not? Herald 7th Curse is flicked everything. I gotta go through this. The main reason why I keep this here, though, I'm just trying to remember the background god combination. Herald 7th Curse, and then we switch both of these. That's how I'm remembering that. Make sure we're on Harbinger of Doom, and let's actually get started doing stuff as we get into Herald 7th Curse All Perks Random Item Koji with pretty much the same custom content. I haven't done anything different. Oh my goodness, you can hear the sound of the wires clangling in the background. Knowledge Strength, like, say, Tachi-san second Charisma. Pretty much every single stat check. I mean, we don't have the Dexterity check, but I just assume pain is gonna happen. We can go for the thingy-majiggy, the heavy-duty flashlight. If we don't get it, I'm gonna be sad. But yeah, the main reason why I don't cut out the very beginning, although there's not really a reason that I feel most people would be like, well, Jordan, just omit it. But I think it's good to start the video off with something so that I still believe in the what I want to call the ethical part of leaving in the setup, I guess. So everything is random. That's the shortest way I can say it. Metamorphosis, scissors, arms. We'll do Shiba's again. Why not? Because fighting the boss is fun, and by fun I mean it's gotta challenge me some. Hey, if we had Flood, funny enough, Flood is actually a net positive, but it can also be a net negative. To that end. So I said I was gonna do the heavy-duty flashlight. What I really meant by that is that I was gonna build into knowledge, but I mean, we do have the thingy-majiggy already, the hardware store. But I don't want to do Metamorphosis into Scissors. Just a really quick 15-second rundown. Would have taken these three mysteries together. Metamorphosis. If Metamorphosis were my third, I would have liked to take Flood fourth, funny enough. But otherwise, basically, Flood after Metamorphosis. Why did I just say? I always say I don't like taking Flood fourth, and I just said that. But Arms would have been fourth. It would have been some combination of these four mysteries. But because we're doing Shiba's instead, I guess we'll take Metamorphosis first. We'll react. If we get too hurt during Metamorphosis, we'll take... That was more than 15 seconds. We'll take Arms next so we can rest. If that doesn't happen, then a thing. So the other plus, then we'll take Scissors. So the other side of this is that we get to benefit... Oh, that's the sound I hear. It's the sound of dogs and them being like, "Hey." But it's also I'm also recording at a time when I didn't figure they'd be this active, but I guess they are. Also, I should have visited the police station to take care of this. Max threat level downtown location, which I think Shiba's does have a few downtown investigations. I haven't played it that many times, but hey. To speak of which, my last off-recording run was a Haru run, and boy, we're gonna approach this. Ow! A successful 3 stamina, 10 experience. Although, all things considered, some encounters on Harbinger, you can lose 3 stamina and get less experience, or no experience. So, yeah, if we're talking about just running away instead. But that depends, doesn't it? But yeah, if you didn't already know, we have dogs around. Hey, 6 strength. Nope. But anywho. All things considered, there are perks that proc off of successful and failures in checks anyway, so at least you get something and not nothing. That would be ridiculous. That would be, as we run into Rumu Ghost and then proceed to run away, that would be ridiculous. Hey, I succeeded a check, lose 3 stamina. You can have events like that, but I don't think it should be 3 stamina. So hey, in the meanwhile... 2 reason for a monkey wrench is pretty cool. Unfortunately, because we're on random item stats, this monkey wrench is actually worse than the carpenter hammer. So yeah, unless I want to do prep attacks, but that's I'm losing 1 strength as well, so I don't want to do that. Basically, we're gonna throw this monkey wrench at this meat horror. So if we could brace, that would be great. Don't have great odds on this because carpenter hammer, but all things considered. Now we do this instead. We could lose like 6 stamina here. If we do, that's where we're going to drink this bottle of water. Otherwise, we're just going to slowly inch toward... I think we only need 1 more, really. Nope, I lied. Because I thought I would be able to do Desperate Struggle. And I'm not even close to 3 stamina, so... I could also throw the empty bottle. That would save me 2 all. Is that worth it? Kind of. If I don't believe in my... If I don't think I'm going to lose a lot of stamina. I can also do this and go out of my mind. 20%. Do we get this? No, we don't. So, if only this film roll could be thrown and would do any damage, but no. So yeah, we're just gonna brace one more time. We save -1 all, but could have done a lot better. So yeah, let's just move on with life. What is the reason to do prep strong here anyway? I guess if I want to trade off stamina and reason, because if I just do prep strong, I only get 6 damage, but I can fit other actions. So as we lose the bath here, we are definitely taking arms next. Now we could run into a boss during arms, but that's not going to happen. Taking scissors instead is not going to happen with 5 stamina, 5 reason. So yeah. Although we will wait, because I don't know if I'm going to run into an enemy, so I'd rather run into an enemy and do Desperate Prep Strong with 3 reason, than rest and then just take like 2 reason anyway. That can happen. It doesn't happen too often, but it can happen, which is why I choose to do what I'm doing now. But at that point, it's just RNG either way, so as we pick up the phone and lose more reason... Yeah, we're going to rest once here. So we're not going to get the restless bonus, but it doesn't matter anyway, because my whole view behind the restless bonus, for those who don't know, really quickly, a 10-second rundown, you get the restless bonus. If you do not use the rest action in your home sublocation. That does mean that by default that certain actions or certain mysteries you cannot get. You will always get the restless bonus because you can't do that action. I think ward doesn't count because that is actually the exact rest. I'm deciding whether or not I want to just run away here. Probably just want to run away here, don't I? But yeah, if you don't use the rest action, you get +1 stamina, +1 reason on top of any other modifiers that are happening. So yeah, and that is nice to get. Because if you're going to rest, you can rest after getting the restless bonus and heal more, is what I'm trying to say, basically. And yeah, we need a rest here because we're planning to take scissors next. We need just as much stamina and reason when taking Shiba's if we run into the boss, because I think that... I thought you had the choice, but anywho. I didn't think it was a forced boss. I guess I'm going to find out again, or I'm going to learn more. Thankfully, we're on timeline A, so we can head into scissors with a bit more confidence, but we also have all perks, and I've just leveled up. So hey, fast swimmer, doomed already would also be pretty cool, but that's just as good, especially since we don't have any more bats. I was hovering toward bat, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I lost it. Otherwise, this empty bottle would have been filled. But anywho, we get a wooden bat to throw, and we get to find out what timeline we're on. I could also use the film roll to do a thing, and we're on timeline A. I could also opt to... yeah, you know what? We're gonna go for the... We're gonna go for the cursed scissors here. We might eat a lot of doom for it. Oh, can we even go for it with less than 5 reason? 6 reason, sorry. This is also reason. Nope, it's doom. I'm going... okay, never mind. We're okay. I think with the cursed doll, we get some pretty cool scissors play, but we'll see what happens. Do I have fast swimmer? There's no way I can't do something here, right? Okay, good. Can we do prep strong? I guess I'm about to... it doesn't look like I can, because at least the okay, well, gamble on a 60%? No, thank you. Oh, goodness. It's been a while since I had this much fun trying to figure out what I can do with fast swimmer, because I don't remember the last time I had fast swimmer. I don't often get to play as Aiko, and when I do play, or when I plan on all perk run and get fast swimmer, I'm kind of in a winning situation, I feel, most of the time, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll lose funds here. I think we can sell something here. Otherwise, I don't mind spending 5 doom. I really should not have been recording at the time I'm recording right now. Read some pages, by the way. Oh, cool. More reason lost. But this being said, I should not be going for the cursed scissors with 61% doom-ish, but actually that's not so bad when I really... 61% doom moving into my 4th mystery. That's not really bad at all. Now, if I could not lose 2 stamina every time I use the cursed doll, that would also be great, but that's not going to happen. So I think if we throw everything we have... unfortunately, I don't want to throw the camera. I'm gonna... so this should be 14 damage, but if I don't hit the kick, yeah, then throwing the Carpenter Hammer would have been good. Because, yeah, I wouldn't have had enough... No, actually, if I threw the Carpenter Hammer, I think it did 5 damage. I'm going crazy. I don't remember my numbers at all. Nice time skip, by the way. I mean, we're on Herald, but... We're still on track... I was going to say key. We're still on track to survive this run, even if we end up using the Cursed Scissors here. Now, will I really do so is another question. But, since this is not a Shiba's thing, I was going to say something, I forgot. We don't have any spells, that's really sad. I don't want to run into out of funds, do I? No, I don't. So, away we go. We'll see what happens. Basically, anything could happen still. Even if we were at like 80% Doom right now, a little bit more than that, 85% Doom would probably not be good, but for the moment, I'm gonna go for the Restless bonus. That's all I'm trying to say. This is basically 2 Doom. 2 Doom for 5 experience? Why not? And away I go. Now, that's not always the case. Obviously, you could be stuck in Ward or something, but... Unless you can prepare in Ward, but... Hey, can we one-shot this, by the way? Not exactly. Unless I do something like this, but 40% into 40% does not sound good. Can I brace it to anything as I jam out to the beat of this custom soundtrack? Funny enough, to go on an off tangent for a moment, I have looked into basically working with chiptunes. Oddly enough, there's also not really, how should I say, legal terms around it, but there is a little... There is basically some fine print when you're working with chiptunes, because I saw something along the line, like, obviously this is not legal advice. This is based on my research into making MIDI soundtracks and whatnot, and I've looked into some software to do so and toyed around with things just out of my own self-interest. But, basically, you have to, quote-unquote, I read something about, quote-unquote, owning the sounds that are produced, or that the sounds belong to, if that makes any sense. Even though, yes, theoretically speaking, they belong to a computer. Basically, not every computer can make the same sound, so if you have to prove that your computer can make the sound that a chiptune is trying to say, then everything is good. But some, like, yeah, it's really, really messy legal stuff, and I'm really usually... I like to look into it a lot, so... I'm just trying to pay attention to not dying here. We have 79% Doom, and we're still kind of okay. If we had Bath, we would have a lot more HP, but we don't, so... as I said, we don't have the Dexterity check, but we are still losing 3 stamina and about 5 reason, because I don't have a light source, so... It would be nice. Otherwise, yeah, I think I just do this. This is better for me overall. Straight up. Now, if we die for this, we'll see what happens. But for the moment, we're okay. But yeah, working with basically the sounds produced by chiptunes for either... Someone more knowledgeable can inform me better on this, but there is still a legal... there is still something legal to talk about in terms of, oh, well, if you didn't own the sounds, you have to give appropriate credit. But at that point, we get into the actual terms of, you know, credit and attribution. So, hey, and obviously it depends on where those sounds come from. Obviously, if you get the license to whatever sounds or whatever audio SFX that you get, we can't run here, by the way. We're gonna doom out in the lighthouse. But yeah, if you have the legal license, whether due to purchasing the license along with whatever audio assets, or you buy the license outright professionally, that's to your own. That's to you. By the way, are we okay here? I could just go out of my mind. 75%. I mean, we need to at this point. We can't really take any more damage, so might as well take the risk right at the end here. Now, I would also like to visit the monument, but I don't think I'm gonna get to do that, so... I guess we can take a look. It doesn't hurt to check, but yeah, I'm pretty sure no matter what happens here, if I lose reason, I die. So yeah. Although I wanted to rest at the lighthouse, but that's not... I tried my best, basically. So, if I had not used the Cursed Scissors, maybe would have taken more damage, but let's assume that maybe I just... Okay, well, we just die here anyway because of an 11 roll. But just to recap for the last 15-20 seconds, yeah, if I didn't use the Cursed Scissors, I'd probably have taken more damage, but even if we hadn't taken more damage and we kept on using the Carpenter Hammer... sorry, I turned away from the mic for a moment. Would we have had enough Doom? Maybe. I'm trying to think of... It's always good to try and reflect on what I could have done better. Probably just not going for the Cursed Scissors at all would have been a smart choice, but would it have been? Because then I wouldn't have been able to throw everything that I had. Well, yeah. Well, now we came out of that pretty good because we just had the Cursed Doll anyway. Yeah, it's hard to say. Anywho, I guess I'll see you in the next video when I have more custom content to stack on top of this.